Hey, what's up? I was in the midst of watching the new Actman video on fucking EA and how they're getting worse. And, talk about all the new Battlefield games and what, or like the new Battlefield game that they're developing, and then, even more talk on Battlefield 2042, right? And as a Battlefield fan, like as someone who played Bad Company in 1943, not 1942. I'm not that old. Battlefield 1943, Bad Company, Bad Company 2. I've played a little Hardline. I've played Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, but not nearly. I haven't played any of those games as much as I've played Battlefield 5, or not, Battlefield 1. I have played Battlefield 5. I kind of like it, but it Battlefield 1 is where my heart and soul lies, you know? I love Battlefield 1. It's probably like one of my favorite multiplayer shooter experience, or like multiplayer first person shooter experiences ever. And I'm sitting here and I'm thinking to myself, man, I fucking hate modern first person shooter. I hate modern games in general. Like, I mean, I've played Forza Horizon 5 and I really do like I love Forza Horizon 5. I think the whole like system where like you unlock those big races or those big challenges, I think that system should stay. But like other than that, man, like Forza Horizon 5 feels like a step down from Forza Horizon 4. And I mean, the game is still fantastic, but I don't want to get stuck in these loops where I feel like things are going downhill. Battlefield's gone downhill. Call of Duty has gone downhill. I love all the. I haven't played the first Call of Duty. I haven't played the first Call of Duty, but like all the ones I've played the campaigns for. I've played one through Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Well, Black Ops 4 doesn't have a campaign, but I have extensively played like zombies, multiplayer not so much for Black Ops 4 because I don't like the hero shooter feel to it. I wish like everything kept that same consistent Call of Duty feel. And you know what? I fucking hate modern games, and I was playing Just Cause 2 yesterday, and like I've been playing Skyrim and like Just Cause 2, and I play zombies with. I've always played like Black Ops 3 zombies with my old friends, and I play Black Ops 2, Black Ops 1 zombies. Hell, I'll even boot up World at War zombies every now and again if I'm feeling a little, adventitious. Usually that happens after I play some campaign for World at War. I just get the itch, man. But like the newer that games get, like the less I just want to play them. Like Call of Duty Cold War is a perfect example. It has all the features that I like. It has zombies, it has a campaign, and it has multiplayer. But it's not fun. I like the class system workout. Like I like how everything, works with the gunsmith and everything, but other than that, like the Call of Duty community has always been really fucking terribly sweaty, but like competitively, they're like people are being enabled to be no lie lifes, like, and I think the first one of the first series to really like reinforce this idea was like either Madden or 2K, where you could drop tons of money on VC. And like I remember I used to play a shit ton of 2K back in NBA 2K17, and oh my god, NBA 2K17 is like objectively see things how you will. I think like people would say like 2K12 or 2K11, both really good games, but like for me, NBA 2K17 will always be my favorite because it's when I played the most. And oh my god, dude, I had so much fun playing NBA 2K17. And I had a sharp build because I watched a lot of Agent Zero at the time. And oh my god, dude, I just remember I used to have mountains and mountains of fun playing like that. And then like 2K18 dropped and everything started a downhill torrent because I mean, you had dribble gods. You had like every 2K has its problems. Like 2K15, you had the 7 foot point demigod builds, and then 2K16 or 2K15 just had generally like crazy shooting. In general, it was so easy to shoot in that game. Uh, I played a lot of 2K14. I played 2K14 on the Xbox 360 with the LeBron Path to Greatness shit. I don't think that's on the new gen version. So I mean, yeah, I played all of that, and I mean I had a lot of fun playing that. Um, I played WWE 2K14. I don't know if that I don't know if the new gen version had the flashback stuff, like the throwback stuff for you pretty much played through like WWE like moments throughout history, and I don't know if the new gen version had that, but I played that on the 362. I was kind of a late bloomer to getting an Xbox One. I can't remember, but I think it might have been in 2017 or 2016 actually, because the first Madden game I got on a new gen console, because um, I really loved Madden, and I really loved seeing new gen gameplay on Madden 16, and I loved Draft Champs. Draft Champs is awesome. Um, I yeah, when that mode came out, dude, I love Draft Champs, but and I did like Ultimate Team then, and I just like I was so late to the party, but I still played NCAA 14 because I got that, and I bought a lot of NCAA football games and a lot of the old Maddens. So I mean I've played every Madden like '06 up to I've played pretty much every Madden. I've played '06 to 19, and then I've played the past like 3 years. So I played like I think I played 21, but I know I've played 22, 23, and 24. And like I look at these new games, and they like we are sitting on this fucking bomb, like this nuclear bomb of explosive good content. Like if these new Madden games ran on the old Madden engines, and like they were consistently kept on and cared for as products should be, especially with the death of John Madden in recent vintage, dude, these games would be titans. Like you look at Madden 12 and like people shit on Madden '09, I think, but I played Madden '09 on the Wii, and oh my god, dude, Madden '09 on the Wii is so much fucking fun. But yeah, like I also played Madden '09 on the Xbox, and I played Madden '09, or no, I played Madden '08 on the DS and on my Xbox. But like you look at all those great games early on, and you look at I think it's NFL 2K5. Um, I, I might be wrong there because I've never played the game personally, but like I look at all the features that those NFL 2K games have, and I'm like, dude, if we could emulate this into like a modern Madden game, we would have a titan of a game. You know, something that can't be rivaled in the sports genre. And I mean, like, don't get me wrong, I like the new sports games. They're fun for their time when you just want to play. And I mean, 2K has been knocking it out of the park recently. Next year, I hope they do something with shooting, because or they fucking fix the servers, because as it stands, playing 2K now, like 2K's always had server issues, but holy shit, dude, trying to play online is such a pain in the ass, especially when I'm out of practice. And like I just miss the old 2Ks, man. And I miss like the old movement system. Everything feels so sluggish now, and I wish I could like I don't have 2K16 installed because I got a Series X, and like I've been playing 2K24 on that, but like I just want to install 20 like NBA 2K16 and just play that again. But like what they're doing with 2K is really awesome, but the gameplay, the game features are phenomenal, and it's becoming a really well-rounded product, but the gameplay itself is becoming less fun, and I hate that. If you're not a my career player, you're not getting a good experience because just trying to play the game is absurd if you're not a my career or my team player. I understand that companies need to make profit or anything, but I wish there were sports products because I mean I play them all, man. I like MLB The Show, and I like those NHL games, and I like I like NBA 2K. Like I buy these new products that come out and they're terrible, like Maximum Football 2019, dude. I buy those products because I want to try them out and I want to support like making fun sports products, and like we just don't get fun sports products anymore, man. It sucks. And the same thing goes with shooters, man. I don't want to be in a sweat fest all the time. Skill based matchmaking as it stands makes the game not fun, dude. I wish there was more wriggle room like in the skill based matchmaking, cuz it's just like it's not fun where we come from. Like I think the Rocket League ranking system for the most part genuinely gets it right. Now, fuck Rocket League. Let me preface everything with saying fuck Rocket League, and that game frustrates the shit out of me. But I've had a lot of fun playing Rocket League over the years. I think I'm like Plat 2. I'm not Plat 3, but I'm like Plat 1, Plat 2. So I'm not that good, right? But like, just, man, I just wish we could get a good shooter game product, cause like what gets because as the developers see it, I buy their game. That's a success to them, right? Like when Call of Duty Gulf War comes out, and they like, if it gets praised, which it will get praised in some capacity, so I'm already expecting the $70-$80 hit I'm gonna take to the wallet, right? You know, I'm already expecting that. Honestly, like I'm gonna buy it and that's gonna be a success to them, but like honestly, I would much rather play any game like up into Call of Duty Black Ops 4. I really loved Modern Warfare 2019, but like playing Cold War and playing Vanguard, and I mean the later you get in the franchise, the less I want to play it with some exceptions. Like I like Ghosts. I like Advanced Warfare, kinda. I like Infinite Warfare. I do like Black Ops 4, even though I don't play it very much, except for the zombies. And I mean, I like all those games, Black Ops 4 and before, but man, it's just like these new games that are coming out are just nothing to me. Like we don't get games like Left 4 Dead 2 anymore. We don't get games like Battle Station Specific, bro. Battle Station Specific has been out since 2009, I want to say. I might be wrong there. 2009 something maybe. But Battle Station Specific has been out since 2009. I've been playing that as long as I've known how to play video games, bro. My stepdad used to have this Xbox 360 I used to play Battle Station Specific on, and then he got a computer, or he got like a laptop, and he would play it on that, and I went through and I got all the gold medals on all the missions, and then I recently did the same thing on my Xbox, and then the file got deleted, which, fuck you, Square Enix, by the way. That was such horseshit, that pissed me off so bad. But just to prove a point to myself, I went through and I did all the missions on Veteran and got gold medals on Veteran. And that game has been entertaining me since 2009. So like, we're talking, fuck, what was I saying? We're talking like 10 plus years of entertainment, and will probably end up being 20 plus years of entertainment. And I mean, Skyrim gets content all the time with the anniversary edition, but the base game quests are fun as hell, dude. Okay, let me rephrase that. Civil War quest line and the whole like Dragon quest line. That shit is trash. Oh my god, it's not trash. It's not like bad, but not nearly as annoying as some of the Bard's College quest lines, which aren't even worth it. The Bard's College is basically nothing. Solitude is fucking empty aside from the Wabbajack quest line and Proudspur Manor, and of course it's the Imperial Central, so you get to interact with the Imperials. So, I mean, that's good to an extent, but like the College of Winterhold is so much cooler. Um. Anyway, like and Vindhelm. Vindhelm is such a nice city. I think Eastmarch is no, as a whole, the Eastmarch kind of sucks, but Vindhelm is a really nice city. Sorry to crack open my Coca Cola. I bought this 12 pack like a couple days ago, like 2 days ago, and I've already only got like 2 cans left. Um. Anyway, yeah, man, like the base game quest with like the Dawn Guard and the Dragonborn DLC is my favorite easily. And I mean, I used to not like the Daedric quests, but I actually have come to grow I've grown to like them. Um I like the one for Volendug. I like the one for Spellbreaker is kind of annoying. Fuck you, Perry. Um Boethia. Boethia's quest is pretty fun. You know, I like killing people. After you use Feindal to get your archery to 50, then he's pretty much useless, and he's good for that quest. If not hiring him for a steward, um, and then like I like getting the Mace of Molag Bal. The Rueful Axe looks cool, but the Rueful Axe is kind of terrible. The Ebony Blade takes way too much to get to full power, and you can lose a lot of really good followers like that, and generally the followers have better use. But um am I missing some? I do like getting Namira's ring because being able to feast after, you could always just turn into a werewolf, but I mean, I I I would rather just slip on Namira's ring, especially because, you know, the bonuses you get to regeneration and health and shit like that. Generally useful. Um, the Ring of Hersine. There that same quest has another Daedric artifact, but I can't remember what. So, yeah, whatever. Um, that whole quest is kind of lame. Ilmet by Moonlight, that whole quest is kind of lame in general. I don't. There's some I do, some I don't do. A Night to Remember I don't really do all that often. Um, I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer to do Transpiring the Mundane because you have to get the Dragon Scroll anyways for Dawn Guard and the main quest, so it makes no sense not to just visit Septimus Cygnus's outpost. You know, get the um, lexicon transcribed. And yeah, so yeah, Skyrim has so many fun quests, and like Skyrim is riddled with lore. Mysterious Akavir, just a random book, really interesting. Um, oh, a Daedric quest I didn't mention, but now it comes to me. Um I think it's called Waking Dreams, or no, Wake I think Waking Dreams is the name of one of the black books. Um, it's the one in Dawnstar where you get the staff, you know, from the outpost. You know, you have to do it in order to become a Thane. But that quest is like, what was I gonna say? When you go into that like temple, there's a book on the pedestal there, and like when you first get in, and it's called the Talos Mistake. Very interesting read. Of course, it's no secret that my man Tiber Septim underwent um, apotheosis. He is a legitimate god. Became, you know, one of the nine divines, or became the ninth divine. So, Talos Mistake kind of invalidated, if you're an elf's mad, you know what I'm saying? I like doing all the discerning the transmundane. Um, I like doing all that stuff after I get Wutrad. And, you go through Isgrimor's tomb and you cure your lycanthropy. I like doing all that because if you go to Liar's Retreat, it's over in the Reach. It's a cave. Uh, you can get all the elf blood except for Altmer. You can get Bosmer from the one guy sleeping on the bed. Falmer, obviously. There's an Orsimer somewhere, and then there's a Dunmer somewhere. I don't know why I remember the Bosmer. I think it's because it's the one I didn't expect to be there. But Altmer, you can run into Altmer pretty much anywhere. Just fuck up the Thalmor when you run into them. Yeah, there's that. I think that's really interesting. Or you can do the College of Winterhold quest because you can you can do the College of Winterhold quest because on Kano you get a lot of really good shit for doing the College of Winterhold stuff anyway. That I did an Altmer build myself, and I mean the Archmage robes is some of the most powerful gear in the game, and then you get the Ring of Magicka, which increases your Magicka by 40 points. And, I mean, I'd spawned as an elf or Altmer, so I was already pooling crazy amounts of Magicka. Yeah, so you could get Altmer blood from Ankano, but yeah, I've played a lot. I've played a lot of Skyrim. It's the only game I've intentionally 100%ed. I'm sure there are other options, like getting all the achievements for Harm's Way. Oh, that's a deep cut. That game's a lot of fun too. Kind of clunky, kind of a shitter, really. Low budget, low development budget, but it's fun. Yeah, getting all the achievements for that is relatively easy. Crash Course is one I got all the I didn't get all the achievements, but it's easy to get all the achievements for the most part. The one Japanese section is pretty hard, but yeah, they're just not making games like like these ones I'm mentioning right now. And I mean, I've got some. My brother gave me some Xbox games, and I got Forza Horizon 3. I might play that honestly. I fucking Dark Souls. No, I'm too much of a pussy to play Dark Souls, to be honest. I'm kind of terrible at it. Elden Ring, I might play that. Resident Evil 7, yeah, pass. Far Cry 4, fuck no. I'll play Far Cry 1 through 3, thank you. But just these new games, they're not interesting, It just doesn't, it doesn't fire in my brain why, these games that come out now, they're supposed to be interesting and, they're supposed to feel good, and Halo Infinite is a perfect example. It feels something's not right. And I'm not just talking because 343 developed it, but it just doesn't feel Halo-y, man. And I don't like Halo 5, I don't like Halo 4, I like Halo Combat Evolved through Halo Reach, right? I love ODST and Halo. I love all 4 of those games. Or all 5 of those games, excuse me. Or, yeah. Let me count real quick. Combat Evolved 2, 3, ODST, and Reach. Yeah. I love all 5 of those games. Reach a little less. If you played multiplayer back in the day, you know how fucking stupid Spartan Lock is. Fuck Spartan Lock. Man, that shit pisses me off so much. Even just thinking about it, man. You fucking throw on Spartan Lock and multiplayer, you're the fucking worst person to ever exist, and you should feel bad about living. Yeah, I never used those Spartan abilities except for maybe the jetpack. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I always really jived with Halo 3's multiplayer, and it felt more balanced than Halo 2 and Halo Combat Evolved. Halo Combat Evolved is such a fun arcade shooter, dude. There's this one map. I can't remember what it's called for the life of me. It's like there's this thing, this break in the middle section, and it's just like it's one corridor, two corridors, and then there's like areas to get to the high ground, and it's just so chaotic. Nothing like just getting mowed down by a fucking magnum like as soon as you spawn, dude. Yeah, like those are things you have to experience for yourself, or you just won't get it. And I mean, like, fans that like encountered Halo first as Halo Infinite will just don't get the magic, man. Like all the vehicles, all the shit. And I would much rather play those games than I would play like Halo Infinite. And it's not even just for sprinting, man. Sprinting doesn't belong in a Halo game. Um I think all the Halo games I've mentioned before flow well without sprinting. Halo Reach does have the one Spartan ability where you sprint, but that shit's fucking stupid. um Halo Reach had Firefight, I believe, is a carryover from ODST, I wanna say. And Halo Reach had a good story. I love Halo Reach's story. Um, I wish there was more to New Mombasa, but I do. Oh, I love New Mombasa. I love the aesthesis. I love I love working my way through encounters because sometimes you're ill-equipped and those fuck the sniper jackals because those guys are assholes. Going through New Mombasa and then you get your shit clipped and there's not a whole lot you can do about it. Sniper jackals in Halo 2 are notoriously awful as well. Um, One thing I'm thankful for ODST, this isn't a dash against, or this isn't a slight against the Flood, but the Flood are like they are exhausting to deal with. And like in Combat Evolved, when the Flood get introduced, they take up pretty much everything for the rest of the game. And you know, I it's cool for the first game, but in the second game, it's a little much, man. But approaching the Flood as the Sangheili when you're playing as the Arbiter, going through the basically the library. I can't remember what that mission is called. God damn it, what is it called? Where you go through what is basically the library again, but you do it as the Arbiter. I can't remember what it's called, and I feel like I should because I love Halo 2. But going through that mission and like going with that approach is really interesting. And then Halo 3 has a really slow start, but like looking at it now, Halo 3 has a very um Halo 3 has a really great start as well because I mean, if you play the games in marathon like I did, like I didn't do it all in one sitting, but I did it all within like one frame of like one step at a time. Man, did I have a lot more appreciation for Halo 3 start after jumping right from Halo 2, and like fans had to wait for Halo 3 to come out. I didn't have that, and I feel like you can appreciate Halo 3, the beginning of Halo 3's campaign more like that. And of course all the vehicles, all that stuff, you know, um partnering up with the Sangheili, all that stuff is really cool. And all the Cortana shit is really gay. I'm talking like really gay. Um, every time she fucking pops up on screen and she starts like she slows your movement and like your screen turns blue with her image on it. I want to like stand up, pick my chair up and throw it at my TV. That's the worst part about Halo 3. That shit is so annoying. Oh, um Halo 3 has a really good multiplayer experience too, and Forge is fucking Forge. Forge is awesome. I like the anniversary stuff too. Dude, those cutscenes look like a movie. They are beautiful. And yeah, Halo 2 Anniversary Forge. I think Combat Evolved might have gotten an Anniversary Forge, but I know Halo 2 did. And yeah, all that stuff is really awesome, man. I love those early Halo games, and there's no reason I can talk in detail, and like share this love for a series that really should have ended after 3, but I mean, Reach was a treat. Reach was kind of a novelty. And then like these new games are just boring, and they lack the heart. And like visually, yeah, Halo 4 looks great, like in my opinion. Um like all the models look really cool. All the forerunners and shit like that, all that stuff is, yeah, all that's awesome and whatnot, but like it's just not interesting, man. Like Halo 4, if they were gonna do a Halo 4, they should have I feel like they could have done something with Master Chief helping like a Sangheili civil war or something, or like made a game like Halo Wars where you go wipe out pockets of Covenant resistance or something like that. I feel like that would have been more interesting. And we did get Halo Wars, and I do like Halo Wars 1 and 2, but yeah, I think it's really cool that they saw what Halo was initially going to be, and they're like, let's do that after all. And Halo Wars 1 is great. Halo Wars 1 is awesome, man. Halo Wars 2 is pretty good too, and like I really respect a developer that does that, That aside, the new first-person Halo games where he plays Master Chief, it's like, I don't know. Like, when you play as Master Chief in the first 3 games, dude, you feel fucking respected because you're fucking Master Chief. The demon. Being referred to as the demon always fills me with testosterone and joy. I think that's just awesome. Like, the demon is here. But you just don't feel respected Halo 4 and on. Like, you don't feel respected as Chief, and it doesn't feel interesting. And, like, my opinion on recent Halo media was already soured with that disappointing-ass show. And, oh my god, that breaks my heart, because Halo is such a good concept. It's like if they made an Elder Scrolls TV show. The Fallout TV show was phenomenal. Like, I am a big Elder Scrolls player. I've played every Elder Scrolls game except for Elder Scrolls Online and Redguard. But, like, I mean, I've played all those games, but I haven't played all the Fallout games. I've played Fallout 2, Fallout 76, let me do this in chronological. I played Fallout 2, Fallout 3, Fallout 76, Fallout 4, and Fallout 76. Or did I say 76 instead of New Vegas? I might have done that. If I did that, I apologize. I meant to say New Vegas. And just Bethesda was just dinger after dinger for a while, and like I look at new games like Starfield, like I don't fucking care about Starfield. Fuck Starfield. And it's honestly a slap in the face as someone who loves Skyrim as much as like I do. Like when the Elder Scrolls 6 comes out, I'm gonna be put in a position where I have to fork up the money for it. And I'm more than happy to do that. But like I am in like a state of panic worrying about if the game is gonna suck or not. I don't want the game to suck, because I like all the Elder Scrolls games except for the Elder Scrolls Online. Dude, I love Oblivion and Skyrim and Morrowind. I like Daggerfall and Arena too. Like, a series with this much prestige should not have this underlying worry about if it's gonna suck or not. Because Starfield, quite frankly, I could not care less about a video game. Fallout 76 was a hunk of horse shit when it dropped. I played it with my friend, and it was alright. It wasn't Fallout 4, though. And, like I said, Starfield. And then The Elder Scrolls Online is The Elder Scrolls Online. But, like, I'm looking at it now, and with The Elder Scrolls 6 being Bethesda's next big, move, I'm sitting here just waiting for something, and, like, just hoping it'll be the game that I want it to be. Like, I want smithing to be different. I want skill progression to be different, because grinding for skills is really not fun. And I think grinding in a single player game is not something that should have to be done very much in general. Like, grinding for 100 smithing in Skyrim to be able to, like, improve and create dragonbone shit is a needless, like, hedgehog, like a Czech hedgehog that you have to roll over as a tank. That kind of grind is obviously different than, like, getting the Legend of the East satchel in Red Dead 2. Now, when I set up base camp in Lemoyne, when I set up base camp in Lemoyne, I, that section there before you find out Arthur has tuberculosis there. Yeah, I did the Legend of the East shit, and I had a lot of fun doing it, even though it was a grind. It pissed me off sometimes, making those small I think getting the 3-star iguana was one of the biggest hurdles, because there's only that one section, because you're not on Huarma there, and obviously you can't get to New Austin, so I was, like, kind of limited in what I could do. But honestly, other than that, I had a blast, doing all that. But, like, in Skyrim, the grinding for 100 smithing it's easy. It's easy as hell, but it's a bigger pain in the ass than doing something that could be considered harder. Like, I guess it would be considered harder to maintain 3-star pelts in Red Dead 2. Like, it requires more game sense. In Skyrim, you just have to harvest iron, you transmute it, and that's optional. You can do the iron dagger method. You're not, like, forced to not do that, but it's smarter to transmute it. And, like, it feels so artificial, to, like, use all my magicka transmuting ore and then waiting an hour. Like, that feels so artificial, and, like, it's immersion breaking. Like, I don't know. I wish you could unlock the skills for smithing, and then, like, without the level requirements, because you would be able to level your smithing so faster. Or I wish, like, creating armor and shit was, more effective. I also wish skill books by default gave 2 instead of 1 skill point, because, like, if I'm an enchanter, right, like, realistically thinking about it, now, this is Elder Scrolls, so realistically speaking is kind of, it's kind of an oxymoron, but, like, if I'm learning how to enchant something, and, like, I see a book, Catalog of Weapon Enchantments, and it's got every single enchantment on there, I'm gonna know more about enchanting, duh. I'm not gonna be like, oh, that would be like, that would be like if there was a cooking, the cooking scrolls, right? And one of your fucking things was pasta mastery, and you find a book called catalog of Italian pastas, and you got rotini, ziti, fucking linguine, spaghetti, macaroni, lasagna. Your Italian cooking skill obviously is going to be like, wow, That's a really dumb example. That's a really stupid example. But, That would be like being a lawyer and then reading a book of all your local laws and then being like, "Oh, I'm a mildly like you read it and you memorize it and you're like, I'm a mildly." But imagine if Suits was like that. Like if the guy in Suits was like fucking treated the same as all the others. That'd be so stupid. But yeah, grinding in Skyrim is such a pain in the ass, but like somehow it's like immersive and Skyrim can be immersive and fun, and spitting is it's ultimately useless because you can become a powerhouse without it, especially if you're a mage. But new games they're just not keeping my focus and they're not fun. Like I would rather play Just Cause 2 than Just Cause 4. I mean, like basic stuff. Fallout I'd rather play. I actually do like Fallout 4. No, I like Fallout 4, but if I'm playing stories, I'd rather play Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas. Fallout New Vegas is a fucking masterpiece of a video game. Holy shit. Like you haven't wasted your life away playing Fallout if you haven't played Fallout New Vegas, dude. And then like the old Zoo Tycoon games are like I have the Ultimate Animal Collection and I do think that's fun. I think that's a fun like casual sandboxy experience, but like if you're looking to design a zoo, dude, I would rather just play the old Zoo Tycoons. And I mean, we're getting a lot of really good new IPs, and stuff like that, but like don't get me wrong, there are series where like later editions I think are better. Like The Sims is a perfect example. The Sims 4 is so much fun. Um, Create a Sim in Sims 3 is better. The living aspect, like the actual like managing a Sims life, is more fun in Sims 2. But like we're coming into an age where like games aren't made for consumers anymore. Like Crusader Kings 3 is a perfect example. I love CK2. I'm a fucking second, or I don't know what generation you would consider, but Europa Universalis 4, Hearts of Iron 4. I don't really care for Stellaris, so I won't comment on Stellaris, but Victoria 2 and Crusader Kings 2, those games, I will be on my hands and knees taking cock in their honor, like full homo and everything. I fucking I eat, sleep, and breathe Hearts of Iron 4. I'm on like a month not playing Hearts of Iron 4 because they won't update the Germany tech tree, and I'll tell you something, it's beginning to hurt. I'm getting the itch to play Hearts of Iron 4 again, right? So, I mean, yeah, but Crusader Kings 3 and Victoria 3 just they don't stack up. Victoria 2 is kind of hard to play, and Victoria 2 plays like Europa Universalis 3 does, and yeah, or like Hearts of Iron 3 does too. So I consider Victoria 2 like the first Paradox game of what I consider to be like the second big generation of Paradox games that they all flow together, and all four of those games are amazing, and like they it's on this weird spectrum where it's all historical, like all historical grand strategy, but like it goes from role play focusing. Of course, there's military aspects and technological aspects, political aspects. It goes from role play to a political simulator, and it's more a political simulator in Victoria too, in my opinion. Like the faction breaking up between like socialism, liberal Democrats, communism. I already said socialism, but I love socialism so much. I'll say it again, socialism. And reactionaries and like people actually reacting to policies being put into place, and then like in Hearts of Iron 4 is kind of in its own right, like it's in its own way as opposed to the others. Everything research is really streamlined, and it's really military centric, and I play Hearts of Iron 4 more than I play any of the other ones. I play Victoria 2 a good bit. um I mostly do that so I can make a communist Germany. as it stands, Germany doesn't really have a good communist focus tree, and like I just I I don't like associating with fascism. I don't. Hot take here. I don't think Adolf Hitler was that good of a guy. I know. I can hear the fake audience gasp. Adolf Hitler is not a good guy. Yeah, believe it or not. But yeah, and I mean, of course, I don't think there's a year cutoff point, but I think there's developer fatigue, and people are like losing passion in projects. Like Valve games are so great because I mean, you can see the developers were in tune with their products and they knew their products and gave a shit. Like the Portal games are great. Half Life is I'm on hands and knees for fucking Half Life. Like the first one is horrifying. That game is like a horror game, and then Half Life 2 is phenomenal. One of the greatest games of all time. And we're just not making games like that anymore. And I mean, new games I do like playing are like new IPs and shit like that. Like when Star Trek Infinite came out, dude, I was so excited. Like they built it on the Stellaris engine and then they gave up on it. Like that didn't need to happen. I was so thrilled. And that's and games like that I'm looking forward to just get shit on, man. Kingdoms Reborn. Oh my god, Kingdoms Reborn is such a good game. I could sing the praises for Kingdoms Reborn. And I just hope it keeps getting updates and keeps getting cared about because, I mean, it's one of a kind and it's a really good new IP. And I'm trying to think of new IPs I really like. It's really few and far between because I'd rather just play older games, honestly. And I mean, I see the quality of new games, and like Call of Duty is Call of Duty is what this video was, or like this chirp session was initially supposed to be about. And like I see Call of Duty with all these technological advancements, and if the developers would just stop pussyfooting with the shit that doesn't matter, like fix the problems that exist in your game modes. Like Black Ops 3 is a fucking amazing zombies experience that still has problems. Like the gobblegum machines are stupidly immersion breaking. The perk machines, truth be told, are immersion breaking, but we've all just gotten used to them. Or anybody that plays zombies religiously like I do. That doesn't make me good, by the way. I'm not saying I'm like a great zombies player or anything. All my friends know I'm kind of a lousy zombies player. But like yeah, like if you fix those immersion breaking problems, you can generally make a really good immersive zombies experience, or you can make a good immersive multiplayer experience. And like the COD 2 multiplayer maps are so well crafted, and they feel like real World War II. They're World War II pieces, and they're really well put together. And COD 2 is relatively bare bones. It plays kind of like a Halo game in some aspects, not entirely, but in some aspects. No sprint. Yeah, no sprint. A big emphasis on having a lot of ammo, and I mean the gunplay in COD 2 and 3 is actually, if you were to ask me, I'd say in COD 3 it's really realistic as well. And COD 3 has a lot of really cool shit in it. One of the things I love about Battlefield 1 is I'm able to revive my teammates. I'm a shitty, I'm shitty with gunplay, right? I can't win gunfights to save my life. That's why I prefer shit like recon. And I mean, the medic class has like phenomenal weapons like the SL sweeper and the auto loading extended, and the Mondragon and the Serigati, or it's the Cherigati. Um, but Fact War Hills. Okay, you get the point. That Fedorov Optima. Okay, yeah, you get the point. Right, Huon automatic. Or the Howl automatic. Excuse me, or it might be the Huon. But like all of those, like all those guns are great. But when it comes down to it, even in COD games, no matter the game, I'm not really good with gunplay, and there are multiple aspects to it. Like, gunplay is never really fair, anyways, because there are so many factors that come into it. Like, it's just like every gunfight you get into is going to be different, and I'm not very good with gunplay. So I lose a lot of gunfights, and thus my, kill death goes down. Right, it makes me less valuable to the team. Like just numbers wise. But you add a layer where I can aid my teammates in any way, like support. Yeah, you give ammo, but you know, um, like when they do the awards at the end of Battlefield 1, where you see like reviver. I'm always a reviver. I bust my ass playing medic in Battlefield 1. And like, yeah, if you do resupplies and you see someone in the highlights, you're like, yeah, it's really cool. They were good support. But if I'm getting 60 plus revives a game, I'm busting my ass. Even team deathmatch, I'm getting like 30, 40 revives, and team deathmatch matches are relatively shorter. People are gonna see that and be like, yeah, that guy, Cascade Games, yeah, it's my fucking username. Yeah, that guy Cascade Games really deserved, motherfucker deserved his flowers, even if I went like 8-11, or like I had a really bad game. I went 8-21. I'm still getting like 30, 40 revives. So I mean, I make up for my own kills, or I make up for my own deaths in my own kills, but also my revives, that take away from the enemy's points. Even if I die, even if I go below 0.5 KD, and that's really bad kill death, but I'm always proud of myself. And of course, there's always healing. You help your teammates in so many ways. And segueing back into Call of Duty 3, you were able to revive your teammates in Call of Duty 3. Like, that's extremely useful. And I wish things like that existed in Call of Duty, today. Or like, they implemented ground war in Modern Warfare 2019. They implemented vehicles, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh god, motherfucking damn, you know, like all that's really cool, man. I like playing as a medic and all that stuff. Like in Call of Duty 3 has really good gunplay, and Call of Duty 3 is, generally, I think Call of Duty 3 has a really wonky sprint system, and me and my friend try to figure it out, but it's still weird. But like, you look at these aspects of old Call of Duty and you're like, fuck, why did they like get rid of that? I'm glad they did away with the pick 10 system. Fuck the pick 10 system, or the pick 13 system if you're playing Advanced Warfare. Um yeah, I mean, like, I'm glad they did that, but like, the gameplay is just sweats, man. And sweats that get enabled, like people that like play shifts of Call of Duty, playing fucking 8 hours a day. Like, get a fucking job, onk. And of course, streamers are always gonna be streamers. I never hate on streamers for playing the game a lot, But like, I'm a fucking man with a job and hobbies. Like, man, there are some days I don't want to hop on Call of Duty and get my ass kicked for fucking 2 hours and then fucking furiously masturbate and then go to sleep. Like, I don't want to do that, man. It's like Rocket League. There are so many sweats that play Rocket League. Dude, it's not, like, I have to bargain with myself intellectually. It's like, man, do I want to get my ass kicked online today? Or, like, can I play, like, Title Fight? Or can I listen to music? Or can I read a book? Or can I start writing, like, a Wikipedia article or something? It's like, man, do I really want to do that? Also, they fucking wrote a Wikipedia article for the Joy Division song Disorder. That cocksucker took my ideas, because I was doing that, and I submitted a draft, and they're like, oh, no, we're not fucking doing that. I was like, I also can't believe Disorder wasn't, like, a single or anything. How the fuck does that happen? Disorder's such a catchy song. What were the singles for that album? I feel like Shadowplay was one of them. Shadow Play. She's lost. Yeah, she's lost control has gotta be one. Yeah, I don't know, but all in all, um, yeah, I'm just not having fun playing new games. And then Golf War is gonna come out. I'll buy it if it looks good, and then I might eat my words, and everything will be great. I just like here's what I want out of a new game. I want a solid experience, and I want to not have sales pitched. Or I don't want to have sales pitches hucked at me every fucking chance they get. I want good zombies, good multiplayer, and a good campaign. Would it be great if some of those things were excellent or fantastic or superb? Absolutely. But I want good, right? That's a good place to start. If I'm dropping 70 fucking dollars, right? For me that's a full day. That's a full day of work, 70 hours. And you can retort with that like, "Oh man, they have people working on this for months and months at a time." Yeah, those people get paid for the time that they get, they put into it. All that company has to do at that point is they title it, design all the artwork, all this shit, and they slap their name on it, and they push it out at that point. You don't know anything about the code, you don't know anything about the inner working or the mechanisms. That's all you know. And you put your faith in a developer, and millions of people buy these games. So I think it's pretty fair that if it takes me 7 hours to work $70, because where I work, that's roughly my net, right? Like I'm sitting here. I think it's relatively fair for me to ask a good campaign, a good multiplayer, and a good zombies or third mode. And Modern Warfare 3, the early one, not the fucking new pile of shit excuse of a Call of Duty game. The earlier Modern Warfare 3 does that. Solid campaign, pretty good. I like the third one's campaign. A great multiplayer, and Spec Ops is fun, and Spec Ops has the survival mode, which I think that Modern Warfare 3's survival mode is severely underdiscussed, and I think it's really fun actually. So yeah, there's always that. So I think that's relatively fair, and I mean we had gotten deliveries on those, you know, queries beforehand. Like we got a phenomenal third mode in World at War, and it wasn't even asked for or discussed, and zombies turned into this huge thing, and I mean like I would have taken the lackluster things about Modern Warfare 2019 like Spec Ops. Oh my god. Modern Warfare 2019's Spec Ops was the huge shit show, and but what made up for it was a campaign that the only falter the campaign had was it was too short. And I mean, if that's the only problem you have with the campaign, then you're doing something right. And frankly, a multiplayer experience that like was a defibrillator for what I thought was a dying franchise. Like after Black Ops 4 came out and after everything happened with Black Ops 4, I was like, dude, there's absolutely no fucking way that people are going to, keep playing this franchise. COD's dead, right? Modern Warfare 2019 comes out. I like it. A lot of people like it. Warzone comes out. It outshines Blackout, and Warzone is huge and does amazing things for the community. The only drawback to Warzone is it created more sweats, which is what we don't need as a community. But and like yeah, War and Modern Warfare 2019 I thought was leading up for the Modern Warfare franchise. I thought it was leading up to this really wonderful thing, and we got Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, and it's like, okay, like where do we go wrong, right? Like it's like, oh, I don't even know any movie series to. I wanted to compare it to the Jurassic Park, like series, but like Jurassic Park doesn't fall off that bad, and honestly, like I think that'd be a disingenuous comparison, but I'll just leave that as it is. You know, and like looking at it now, man, like they could have built up to so much more. They could have had a more like the open world missions. Such a good idea. And in Modern Warfare 3, they turn into like reuse set pieces from Warzone. That's so lazy and it's angry. Like that makes me angry. And blame it on dev time, blame it on like budget, blame it on whatever you want to blame it on. Like Call of Duty could stop releasing yearly. I think the world would be done a better justice if Call of Duty stopped releasing every like if they delayed Gulf War to next year. I you know I would actually now I already have high hopes for Gulf War because it's been in progress since Cold War. I liked Cold War. I didn't love Cold War. The multiplayer was quite frankly my least favorite part, and the gunplay honestly, just Cold War in general was something else. The UI interface, gave me a headache, and just in general, the multiplayer could have used some work. But it's been, like 2-3 years since Cold War. Oh my god, I'm old. I'm so fucking old. It's been like 2 or 3 years since Cold War came out. And even if they were to delay it to next year, I have faith that this product will be really good, And I mean, Vanguard came out. Holy fuck. Vanguard was such a stinker. I think Vanguard is the worst game in the series. Yeah. I hate Advanced Warfare, but I don't hate Advanced Warfare. I like Advanced Warfare more than I like Modern Warfare 2, 3. Vanguard, obviously. Probably COD World War 2. No, I have such a soft spot for Call of Duty World War 2 because when that game came out, I'm like, wow, World War 2 game. Man, I fucking love World War 2. I love history and everything. I'm still like that, but like yeah, that game came out. Oh my god, that game came out and it was such a fucking disappointment for me, man. I played so much multiplayer though, dude. Like oh my god, I no life the shit out of that game. I can't remember what gun I used. I used the STG. I have the Red Baron too. And oh my god, I was so annoying. I was an annoying STG user, dude. And then they did the class or they did the specialist rework. You know what I'm talking about, like the class overview, infantry, expeditionary, and then the other ones. I know their name. Or do I? I think it's not cavalry, is it? It's like commando or something. And then there's airborne, engineer, and then there's resistance, I think. Yeah. But they reworked all those things and it gave me more options, and oh my god, it was such a crazy time to be a COD fan. And like, man, that game really did give you some liberties, especially after the rework. And Ving Rhames does one of the voices in Zombies. I played a lot of Zombies too. I played Zombies with my friend. And yeah, I played the Call of Duty World War II Zombies. Just generally I played it because, I had fun playing the Final Reich and whatnot. Yeah, I didn't really play House that much, but I did play the Final Reich a lot. And, it was just a generally good time, and I just had a good time playing COD World War II. But, like, with Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, the new one, like, I can't look at that, or I'll use Vanguard. Like, I look at Vanguard and playing it, and, I can't say I had a fun time. Yeah, World War II's campaign was lousy, it wasn't great, but Vanguard just wasn't fun ever. It has the sweat problem that, fucking modern CODs all face. It has the sweat problems. So that already docked 20% off the fun factor. Zombies was a fucking an April Fool's joke. Zombies was terrible. I don't ever want to think about Vanguard Zombies ever again. And the campaign, oh my god, the campaign makes me want to fucking blow a slug-sized hole in the roof of my mouth. That fucking that poor, poor quality, a terrible quality. And Modern Warfare 3, the new one, is the same way. It's a poor quality assessment, and it's a fucking damn shame they wasted a generally good reboot, like a good promising reboot, on, you know, just to make this product that was overall inferior to its previous iterations, and to have these wonderful characters and the wonderful aesthesis, like these wonderful aesthetics and these wonderful characters. Like I love New Price, dude. Fucking New Price is sexy, he's witty. And then, like, I remember when Modern Warfare 2 came out, and even though I don't like that game, I can admit it's got, like, the whole, it's Pish in the Dune, English McTavish, it's raining fucking hard, dude. That's got charm, you know. And, like, the new game just saps the fun out of you, dude. It's like fucking Courtney Love. Modern Warfare 3 is the Courtney Love of all fucking COD installments, and it's such a shame. But I have high hopes for Gulf War, and you know, I'm praying, fingers crossed, that Gulf War will generally be a good product. And you know, now that I come to the tail end of the segment, I don't plan on getting very many new games. You know, I think we've hit the death of the golden age of gaming. We're not gonna. My cats are rubbing on my door. Fucking weird ass cats. Yeah, we're not gonna get any more, like, you know. Yeah, we're not gonna get any more Just Cause 2s. We're not gonna get any more Skate 3s. We're not gonna get any more Call of Duty Black Ops 2s. I don't know what Paradox is planning on doing in the future, but Paradox has a lot of fucking kissing my ass to do to win me back as a consumer, because doing Star Trek Infinite the disservice that they did to Star Trek Infinite, as a Trekkie and as a Paradox fan, it's fucking ridiculous. The amount of disrespect I felt when I saw that they were discontinuing the game after they bit off more than they can chew. And the new Hearts of Iron 4 DLC was not what I wanted to be, and I haven't even played it because I've just been so focused on my favorite nation not getting any sort of update while the Soviet Union is still broken and the United States is so broken. And, like, I just don't like to see it, you know? So we'll see, you know, and let me return to Hearts of Iron 4. I'm in no way saying that I would ever stop supporting Hearts of Iron 4, but, like, Hearts of Iron 4, I want more things for Hearts of Iron 4. I don't care how many DLC I have to pay for or how long I have to use that subscription service. I will play that fucking game, and I will play that fucking game for as long as I want to. I just want to play as a country I hold a personal nationalism toward. Oh, God. Oh, no. Personal nationalism towards Germany. Oh, my God. I'm going to be put on an FBI watch list. But, you know, as a German speaker and as someone who very much values the cult... I mean this in a way that's absolutely non-wereabouistic. I would like to point out that I don't want more for the fascist tree. I want more, you know, I want more fan Prussian militarism, as the current German focus tree would put it. I want more stuff for the Kaiser. I do think the stuff for the Holy Roman Empire is really cool, and I do like getting Victoria the Third, or Kaiserin Wilhelmina. There we go. Yeah, so I do like that questline, even though it's kind of irritating to get. Yeah, I do like doing the Holy Roman Empire stuff, and you know, I do like doing all that stuff. I just wish there was more, and I want more to do with a democratic path, even though that big beefy faction you can build is really cool in the base game as it stands. Yeah. there are just so many game mechanics that are they're just lacking because the German focus tree just doesn't have anything. Like there's nothing for the like an agency or anything like that, or like army innovations and like all that stuff. Being able to rush, I think 1940 tanks early game, that's cool, but it's also really cheesy and it's not exactly something I want to be put in a situation where I feel like I have to do. I don't like doing stuff like that. I like having a really fluid playthrough that obviously changes every time you play because no Hearts of Iron 4 game is ever the same. But I like having that fluid trends. I like being able to have a little wiggle room. You get this a lot when you play as France, where obviously you have the ticking time bomb, but you have things you have to do to resist Germany because Germany gets very powerful very quickly. Um, I know that kind of, but like even playing as Germany, if you want to get really powerful really quickly, then you have to follow a specific, you know, with very little wiggle room. And I don't like doing that, man. I like being able to balance my political stuff. I like being able to balance my political. Soviet Union gameplay is perfect, like because you're gonna be late to any party anyway. Um, like um, you can balance doing this stuff with political paranoia, and like you can really be kind of fluid early game with doing the political stuff and the industrial stuff. Like I like how Soviet Union game plays, and I fucking hate playing as the Soviet Union because even though I'm in that general spectrum of politics, I don't support anything the Soviet Union did except beat Hitler. So, I mean, yeah, doing the Civil War quest line is kind of a bitch too. So, with the Soviet Union. Um so yeah, I mean, I just wish there were more paths. Like even if you wanted to stay fascist, I wish you could just kill Hitler and, maybe get Hitler back or not. Oh god. I wish you could like have Hitler die and then like maybe reinstate fascist leadership or something like that. Or, maybe do something with the Habsburgs in Germany, or um, reasserting colonial possessions. Because I mean, you can do that as the German Empire, but you have to follow a very specific tree, and it shuts down a lot of the naval parts. And if you've ever played Imperial Germany, you know what I'm talking about. Like expartiting the communist, and of course, going communist is not exactly a joyous occasion as Germany, and that's so lame, man. I wish there were more pads, and like especially with Germany, you have so much room, even in the fascists. Like, you could do so much more with the SS, or you could do an event for Operation Valkyrie, and like, yeah, man, it would suck as a Germany player, but like if you turned on historical AI on, or like you something like that, you turn non-historical AI on or something, or go down a certain focus tree thing, or have a decision pop up for Operation Valkyrie. And the only reason I mention this is because I watched the movie Valkyrie, and generally good movie. Yeah, fucking Tom Cruise. I think it's Tom Cruise, but yeah, like there are so many focuses you can do involving military tech, like with Mauser, or like with Krupp, or just stuff like that, man. Like there's so much to be improved upon with Germany. Like, and give Belgium a focus tree, please give Belgium a focus tree, because that would be really awesome to get more Belgian resistance. Kind of like how Denmark goes now. Um, yeah, Denmark has a really interesting, you know, focus tree, and they have a very interesting way of going about things. But um, man, the Nordic reworks are awesome as shit too. I do like everything from you know, the whole Kissling, or is his name Chisling? No, it's Norwegian, so it's Kissling. Um, like I do like all that, you know, mentioning his coup and his betrayal of the Norwegian people. Fuck that guy. Um, but yeah, I like Sweden's focus tree. I like Norway's focus tree. I like Finland's focus tree. I like Iceland's focus tree, and I like Denmark's focus tree. I think all that stuff is really cool, and I wish Germany would just, you know, get more of that. Like Italy has a really good like fascist playthrough, and you know all the balance of power stuff. I think all that stuff is really awesome. But yeah, until I see a Germany rework, I'm laying off the Hearts of Iron 4, and yeah. So yeah, new games just aren't exciting to me, and that's all the chirping I have to do. An hour and 20 minutes. I really didn't want this to be a long episode, but here I am. I gotta work tomorrow, so I'm you know, hitting the hay, calling it quits. But yeah, see you guys. Thank you for watching. Bye.
Yeah.